Hello and welcome to Terraria. My name's Todd, also known as Mage, and this is of course Terraria. Last time we left off, we kind of got our stuff pushed in. We were doing stuff in the dungeon and we just went over there and pretty much instantly got murdered. Um, so this time around I did remember what I needed to fight some of the bosses that we needed to fight. The big ones being the Cosmix and the Brimstone Elemental. Those are the big two that we need to kind of think about fighting now. We could also fight the Aquatic Scourge and Calamitous. Maybe even later on Leviathan, and maybe even doing the Frost Legion. But that's for a later time, because we kind of would prefer to have like much better gear for the Frost Legion and whatnot. Even like the Halloween event, which is not listed here for some reason in my boss checklist. But effectively it's the Halloween event with the Morning Wood and the Pumpkin and all that. Its whole event is something you'd like to have good armor for as well. And honestly, you know, fighting the Moon Lord wouldn't be a bad first step to getting there, just because you'd be able to get the Nebula armor, which for a magic user is amazing. Oh, and I did want to also change up our look. I wanted to go back to just the basic, what is it, the basic Spectre armor, because I actually think the Spectre armor's effect looks kind of cool. So we're going to dump that in there. So our major goals this time in this episode is of course to fight Cosmix. So we're going to create a Void Lens, and all it requires is 4 Souls of Night and 4 Souls of Light. I made sure we had those before I started. And we got our Void Lens, so we need to be in the underworld to be able to use it. And let me see, where is... I guess it really doesn't matter which way we fight him. Maybe in this little area here might be a good spot. I do want to rebuff though, so let's buff with those. I already have my potion buffs up. If we're having too much trouble with Cosmix, then I'm just going to go back to the dungeon and try and remedy our previous situation with that whole thing and make it so we don't have as much problem as we did last time. I don't think we will, but it was quite annoying to get killed like that. Why is our... oh, cryogenic staff, that's right. Someone's an animated construct to defend you. And that's our sentry. Okay. Honestly, I don't even really need to use the wire. I've got wings at this point. Or the rope, that is. I've got wings, so I can just kind of fall. It doesn't really matter. Alright. So, of course we can walk across lava, so lava's not really an issue for us. We do have to be careful of the enemies that are down here, because some of them are pretty tough. What was I gonna do? I don't know if I need the Soul of Cryogen, the extra movement. Actually, I'm gonna keep it just because I think it might actually be worthwhile. Let's sum up that and see how that does. It's not too bad. It's kind of a slow firing. Oh, it changes. That's pretty cool. That's an interesting effect that little thing has. Let me get this Demon Rod. Unholy Trident. Remember those being useful. So let's see. To fight this boss, we're gonna want that up there. We're gonna want to buff up with our little dude here. And I think honestly, because it's a thorium boss, we shouldn't have too much trouble, but we'll see. Yeah, there he is. There's Cosmix. His major thing, of course, is his disintegration beams. But because he's thorium boss, I don't think we're gonna have too many problems. Ooh, he still hurts real bad, though. We want to stay... man, I have to admit, thorium music, good music. We have to stay, like, near our clouds. Keep getting the healing commercial during the clouds. Oh boy. Some spooky stuff right here. Okay, that's his second mode. The second mode makes him faster and a little bit more dangerous, but we're still tearing through him. The Solar Cryogen is an odd thing to get, but it is very strong, huh? Oh, I didn't notice the giant waves of, lava. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. boss is currently... Ah, saw it. And dead. Whoop! Yeah, I think those are just, those are just hurt you. But yeah, that's Cosmix. Because he's a Thorium boss, he's much easier than the Calamity bosses that we've been running across. But he's definitely worth taking down. Every time we defeat Cosmix, some materials spawn in our world. But I don't think any of them are super useful to us now. We've got the Spectre armor, we're kind of set for some time. Obliterate. I fired a multi-hit bullet. Doesn't seem massively useful. We do have the Fire Blast. Ah, so this is the thing that I wanted, the Beholder Staff. So now I can remove the twins. Let's just get them out of here. And now we have a Beholder. I can actually have two Beholders. Two Beholders is, I think, our limit. Whoop. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. So Beholders fire quite quickly. They do occupy 2 minions, which is the only major downside. They do grant me sight of nearby enemies. So they illuminate enemies, so that's not massively useful to us. Oh. You also have, what is it, the Devil's Tridents, so those aren't too bad. That was something we got beforehand. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine. How good is this thing? It's alright. Uses a lot of mana for not a lot of benefit. We also got the Keen Fire Blast Wand. How good is this? I think these summon explosions if I hit them correctly. Yeah, they do. Summon explosions, which are okay. It's not too bad. While equipped, we've vision of your cursor's current position, huh? I don't think that's super useful to me, but I think I might be able to turn it into something. No, not really. The one thing that you do want to get from Cosmix, though, and is really nice, is his Void Gazer's Chariot. Because it's effectively a flying mount. So it's like one of the first flying mounts you can kind of get your hands on. It does have a little bit of momentum to it, so it is something you need to get used to. But it's a flying mount. And I think it's an infinite flying mount too, and it actually flies pretty quickly. So it allows us to pretty much... Oh, it is not infinite. Just found that out. But it is a flying mount, so that's pretty good. We can swap between that and our kind of other setups. And that allows us to unequip wings if we so choose, and use just a chariot in place of wings. So that's kind of a good thing to have. How good is this Obliterator? Oh, pretty good, actually. Yeah, it kind of decimates people, doesn't it? Well, I didn't want to stay in the underworld forever, but we've checked another boss off our list. Good old Cosmix, he's gone. We could go fight the Brimstone Elemental, but I haven't really prepared the area very well. The Brimstone Elemental is fought over in this area here. And I guess we could head over there, but I don't think we're gonna see her because she requires a summoning item, if I remember correctly. I just don't remember what it is. You can see that our little beholders, though, they do pretty good damage. And they kind of rapid fire after an amount of time. So that's kind of cool. I think they might be better than the twins, but I'm not positive because they can miss, which is kind of annoying. There's also only one of each of them, so yeah, they seem to be doing alright, so I'm gonna leave them as they are. I kind of like them. With summons, it's kind of like hard to say which is the absolute best of each like category, so just kind of pick whatever you think works the best for you, whatever you like the most. Some summons are just generally quite bad, and it's really hard to tell until you actually use them. Let's see, if we do manage to see a Brimstone Elemental, which I'm expecting we won't, it'll be a situation where we'll need to rebuff, but we might be able to take her without the buffs. I don't know. I don't remember how strong she is. right now, as it's been a while, so we'll have to kind of play that one by ear. Oh, it's just right here. So yeah, now that we've got Cosnics, we're kind of able to sail along and not really worry about using wings, which is kind of a good thing. You can, of course, fire from your mounts, so that allows us to kind of go a little bit ham with it. And we can, because as long as we keep on our other stuff, we don't have to worry about, what is it? Fall damage, so we can kind of use this as a replacement for that. So that was Calamity music. We can kill Calamity stuff here, so we want to put on the Amalgamated Brain instead of the wings, because it'll give us more damage. And currently, because of the way our setup is with the Spectre armor, more damage means more survivability. But yeah, this is effectively the area where you'd fight the Brimstone Elemental, and I don't think she spawns by herself. Can we actually get some of this ore at this point? Yeah, we kind of can. So that's Hellstone. I forget if that's useful for anything. Oh, that's just normal Hellstone. What is the specialty ore that you can get from this place? I think it's this here. Let's see. Brimstone slag. Oh, let's try to not burn alive in the lava. Yeah, charred ore. Charred ore, we can make Ancient Altar, which is used for special crafting. Monoliths, Holy Cores. I don't remember what any of this stuff is for, but I know it's pretty good. That much I remember. So I'll have to do my research on some of that stuff. Oh, Mimic. Bloody Mimic. So yeah, if once I'm ready for fighting the Brimstone Elemental, I'll come back here and we'll give her a go. Honestly, this area is pretty flat right now, so it'd probably be fairly easy to fight her. Because just having some good space to like move around is kind of all you really need. And we do kind of have that here. So in the next part we'll do that. For now though, we do need to collect some better magic weapons because our magic daggers are not like up to par anymore. It would be much better to have something slightly better from the dungeon. I know there's definitely some weapons we can get a hold of, which would be quite good. I don't think that wand is all that good. The Awful Obliterator is pretty good, but it doesn't match up with the weapons I currently have. The weapons I currently have are still far better. What was that broken pot that I just threw in there? I should have looked at that beforehand. Brass pots. There it is. Broken hot pot. It's a throwing weapon. Okay. I don't really care much for throwing weapons. So yeah, now that we've defeated Cosnix, you can of course defeat him multiple times, spawn more ore in the world, kind of go through the motions that you've gone through before. What do we make with this? Oh, just Condor's Soul. Not worthwhile. Not yet, anyway. The soul items are of course much more powerful later on when we actually have multiples of items and we can farm for stuff, and that'll be a whole thing. But it's not critical to us at the moment. Definitely not. So yeah, you can kind of see that Cosnix is great to have. It's pretty much just a replacement for your wings. Any sort of like flying mount kind of is, because using wings is a pain in the butt. And then we'll just take off again. And just fly away. Easy peasy. We can kind of just keep this up for as long as we need to. And you will have to stop, of course, every once in a while to get your flight back and go around obstacles, but not a major issue for us. Our magnet sphere is quite good of a weapon, but we can definitely improve. They're definitely better weapons we can have because of the Magnet Sphere kind of pairs well with another magic weapon. As you've seen, you can kind of swap between the two because the Magnet Sphere kind of persists for a couple seconds. We don't want to kill the cultists because we don't want to summon the ancient cultists just yet, so we're just going to go around them. And I just realized I've lost one of my beholders. I think that might be because I don't have enough minion slots yet. But we at least have 2 minion slots, which is good enough to have 1 beholder. So now that we're in here, actually it would probably be best if I had my wings on just so I don't die to fall damage. Like a silly fool. We'll have to avoid getting murdered instantly by a wizard that appears out of nowhere like we did last time. And instead murder them. So I'll keep my gravity sphere on, because the gravity sphere of course will give me the most damage, I think. Jelly. Murder all these people. Get that. Ectoplasm. It probably wouldn't be too bad to have a little bit extra ectoplasm just because of what we've got. Ooh, I got the wisp in the bottle. That is technically better than my lantern. The only downside is that my lantern has health regeneration on it and mana regeneration as well because of what it does. But I'll show off the wisp in a bottle. Wisp in the bottle is quite nice just because of the fact that it kind of stays with you. It's very close proximity wise and you can kind of control where it goes, so very easy to use. Let's throw that up there, deal with Bone Lee. Get out of here, Bone Lee. I want to deal with you today. Technique Shadow Clone. What? Thrower class sets your active technique on use. Huh. I don't remember that being a thing, but whatever. Let's see, how does Demo's Lantern even provide light? It does, but very slightly. I think I might actually use the wisp in a bottle a little bit more. Just because of the fact that it gives us more light, way more light, honestly. By a good amount too. Although the loss of Demo's guidance is kind of annoying for bosses, we can always change that later on. Do I get hurt by this thing? No, it just is what it is, huh? Just leave it be, I guess. We kind of want to find any of the other, like, fighter enemies that we can find, like, like him. Murder him. Murder him. Murder. Murder. Oh, dang it. Ow. Gotta get to that wizard and murder him. Ooh. Go around. Dang it. Bloody wizards. There we go. Killed him. Weird. I don't know why it, that enemy gave a crimson chest for some reason, but he did. Oh, I want to murder that guy. Oh, that wasn't a normal one. That was just, I mean, that wasn't a difficult one. That was just a normal wizard. Oop. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, let's use our bloody potions and use that and summon this and kind of fly around these guys to our best of our ability and hopefully not get caught on them. Let's use our vampire knives, get some health back, kill that thing. I didn't realize it would come alive and attack you. Super annoying though. Okay. Dealt with. Luminal. Oh, I am very low on life right now. I didn't realize. Let's eat a pie. Summon this bad boy. Throw those out. Let's summon out that, because apparently we need it. Ow. Frickin' stupid normal wizard. Alright, we're back up to like a reasonable amount of health now. Let's see, so luminol, what can we make with luminol? Lots of interesting things. We can make the omega blue stuff, which no positive life regen. Huh. Doesn't seem super useful. Can sort of create the abyssal diving gear though, which is kind of cool. Luminous element, while in the abyss you gain 25% increased max life. Reaper Tooth, abyssal diving suit. So many different things that you can make with this stuff apparently. I'm just gonna start collecting it, I guess. Okay, well, I guess we can throw this over here. Have it go insane. Freaking Bonely. I wonder if the Spirit of Cryogen, when it does its like rapid attack, I think that might be like it's something it just does over time. Oh, Minotaur. Oh, that's the Paladin. I don't want to. I prefer not to deal with him. Thank you. Bloody Paladin. Heck, anyhow. Oh no. The Paladin hits you in the face, it hurts real bad. Okay, I killed him. Got a strong Paladin's hammer. It's not as good as our demonic one, but I'll sell it. Get a better, something better later on. Just murder the crap out of that guy. Criminies. Oh, a Keyblade. Kill that guy. I think that might have been a sniper. Large key brand. Oh, can't freaking. None of these guys are dropping their items, which is kind of annoying. I wonder if we can, like, make them with ectoplasm or something. Doesn't look like it, which is kind of annoying. I was hoping I'd be able to just, like, make some of their items. Frozen key brand. Hits pretty hard. Fairly quick speed. It's not too bad, I guess. What can we make with it? Nothing. Well, I guess that was cool while it lasted. Murder those guys. Loot's not even worth it because they're not really an enemy I need to kill. I really would have liked to have gotten the Spectre Rod from that, the, like, Spirit Mage that attacked us there. The Spectre Rod is such a good weapon for the Spectre suit. It's so good, but we didn't get it, so that is what it is. Man, I don't remember having so many problems trying to get some wizard drops, but apparently that's just how it is. Let's just murder Gambalist before it enrages and has problems. Let's go back up here, summon those down, summon that, summon this, summon that, start throwing daggers. And killed it. Done did it. Corroding staff. Toxic sludge corrodes enemies. Corrodes hit enemies. Oh, shit. Oh, criminies. Murder that guy. And murder the wizard. Okay. Now we dealt with him at the very least. Oh boy. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Criminies. I didn't even see where the other wizard was. I think he got killed though. Is the Crodling better? It says it has more damage. Maybe I should go back to the twins. Maybe the twins are better overall? Hard to say. I might go back to the twins. We kind of filled up our inventory full of a bunch of junk, but none of it's been all that useful. And we haven't gotten a magic weapon, so... Well, I used the beholder staff for a little bit just to show it off, but we really don't need it. So I think I'm going to head back and take a look at that beholder staff real quick. Where is it? Vampire staff, beholder, optic staff, that's the one. Because it summons two things, it might be better. Might be better. We'll think about it, because I don't think it's better, but it might be better. Anyway, we got the Crodling staff, and that does a lot of damage for each of the little dudes it summons, so maybe we'll keep that for a little bit as well. Anyway, I'll do some testing later on, and also take a look at some of the wikis to see which better for the summons. I might swap off of Demo's guidance to the Wisp in a bottle, just because, like I said, the lights being with you all times and keeping speed is kind of nice, rather than having to worry about it not going fast enough, which you kind of do have to worry about with Demo's guidance. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess next time we'll worry about the Brimstone Elemental and maybe farm the dungeon a little bit more. But until then, goodbye.